handled it. He did have the one interception.
Yeah, I thought he played awesome.
Welcome here into Teal the Show. We got a special show because mock game,
Man.
not preseason quite yet, but a mock scrimmage out here at the bank tonight. So, Justin, we hung out. We got a chance to watch the whole thing. You heard from Liam Cohen to start things off. Felt like Trevor was awesome.
Yeah.
It's good news for everybody,
Hey,
right?
that's when the head coach is saying it, everybody's coming away saying the same thing. Trevor looked quick, decisive, authority, and commanded the offense. Just what you want to see from a franchise quarterback.
Look, and while he looked like he was in control and there was good, Liam did also mention some of the things that there's still some building points. Maybe some timing that was off. There was one interception that Trevor threw that Liam kind of quickly wrote off as like, look, Trevor's just got to throw that ball away rather than trying to make that throw. But that's okay. This is the time to make those adjustments and kind of make those mistakes, right?
Yeah, Trevor's healthy for one.
Yes.
He's worked with the new offensive line. He's getting reps with BTJ, who did not play a lot of last season with Trevor due to injuries. He played more with Mac Jones. So this is Trevor getting on the same page with BTJ, De'Ami Brown, a new receiver, and oh, by the way, Travis Hunter. So it's a lot of moving parts for Trevor and a new offense. And this is his first really kind of test in those under the lights, in the pads, and he passed, to me, A minus tonight for Trevor.
All right, I can't believe we're a couple of minutes into the show, but you mentioned Travis Hunter, and we haven't quite gotten to him just yet. So tonight, Travis Hunter, we saw a mock game, and we saw him play on both sides of the football. He spent the first part of the practice with the offense, going out with the first team offense in a teal jersey. Then about midway through, he got a little rest, and they said, okay, going to the other sideline. So he runs across the field, switches to a white jersey in the middle of it, goes out there with the first team defense at cornerback, rotated in with Jari and Jones. So this is a glimpse at what we can probably expect from Travis Hunter. Now, we did get a chance to talk to Liam Cohen after the scrimmage, and Liam said that, look, it doesn't get too much better. You saw what he saw, and we all feel pretty much the same thing, that Travis Hunter's pretty fun when he gets the football in his hands.
Yeah, I mean, you guys saw it. I mean, pretty cool in space, isn't he? So, I thought it was great. We got him the work that we wanted to get with him on offense early on, and then able to get him on defense and get him enough reps. I mean, that was what we were hoping to do tonight in terms of just get him on both sides of the ball, quality work. I know he doesn't get much because of the one D line was getting a good rush, so it was a little hard to see, but I thought when he had the ball in his hands and he operated at a high level.
It doesn't get too much better than that. Look, when the coach says it, and we see it, and everybody can see it, and that means that this guy's probably going to live up to the bill of expectation of what everybody's hoping for. Look, Travis looks like he's going to be a really special player for the Jaguars.
When I saw that jersey switch tonight, I go back to James Gladstone and Liam Cohen saying during draft night, we feel Travis Hunter is a first-round pick at receiver and a first-round pick at defensive back. And I saw that when he flipped that jersey and went out there and took the spot of Jari Jones, who's probably going to be that outside starter. Travis Hunter is legit on both sides of the ball.
So I'll go ahead and plug the News for Jags podcast here because Justin and I do this podcast all the time. We've been doing them after the training camp practices. One of the running arguments we've been having is just how much Travis Hunter is going to play on both sides of the football this season. I have steadfast said that he's going to play extensively on offense and defense. Justin started at 15 snaps. He worked his way up to 25. Where are you at this point?
I'm gonna maybe 28-ish, 29. It's still on the incline. He's gonna get some reps. I've gone up. I've almost doubled my snaps from when he was drafted to now. So he's just continuing to go up. A couple days ago, he had 2 beautiful pass breakups at the end of practice. So he is going to contribute not just on offense, but on defense too.
Yeah, look,
big time.
There's a lot of excitement around what Travis Hunter can do out there on the field, a lot of excitement about what we've already seen, but there's still a whole lot to be seen.
Yeah.
So one last thing about the offense, then we'll take a quick break and we'll talk a little bit more about the defense. But De'Ami Brown, kind of slow start to training camp, but he's really kind of ramped it up and been rolling, made some big plays throughout the scrimmage.
Probably just in about the last 3-4 days, De'Ami has really taken that climb, that incline. First of camp, it's kind of like BTJ last year when he had that slow start. We're thinking, oh, BTJ, nah. But De'Ami, same thing, slow starting early on in camp, and then the last 3, 4, 5 days, he has really taken it up a notch. And we've heard from Travis, De'Ami, and BTJ what kind of receivers they are. He's that big physical receiver, and we're starting to see that.
Yeah, De'Ami Brown definitely made some explosive plays. Liam Cohen said he was impressed with how many explosive plays he saw from both sides of the football tonight out there on the field. All right, we spent most of the first half of the show talking about the offense. After this quick break, we'll talk a little bit more about the defense and maybe a couple of quick takeaways as we wrap up Teal the Show right after this.
Hearing his communication with his staff, just hearing the communication to the players, I thought they did a nice job, with the exception of that one drive, the first defense
did a pretty nice job, I thought, stopping the run and also getting some pass rush. I thought Jarian Jones had a good night tonight as well. But yeah, I thought their communication and operation on defense was clean as well.
How'd the pass rush do?
I thought I felt it. You definitely felt it. We were chipping, we were trying to help, and it was getting home. We definitely felt it. He wasn't pressuring much either. This was being played kind of like a Pro Bowl from a scheme standpoint, specifically on defense, just trying to let them go get lined up and go play. So he was only bringing really single backer pressure, and then in the red zone he brought the 1-0. But so you guys didn't see any of the blitz packages or any of that stuff, which was nice for nobody to see.
All right, welcome back here in the Teal the Show. You love that. We saw the explosive plays, and you hear Liam Cohen say you really haven't seen anything.
Man, Trayvon Walker was phenomenal tonight.
Man.
In a game, he would have had probably 4 sacks. And he was just right down in. We didn't see any blitzing tonight. No. Trayvon was getting that much pressure. Big season incoming, maybe another double-digit sack season, 10, 10 and a half, maybe 15?
Maybe. Hey. You speak it into existence. I've been a Trayvon Walker truther.
You've been the truther from the beginning. I've been a number 41. You've been the Trayvon. Hey.
All right, so a couple other things from the defense. We saw the rotation continue at safety. Andrew Winger got some snaps with the first-team defense. So did Antonio Johnson. We see that rotation continue. Jarian Jones, as we kind of talked about here previously, when Travis Hunter isn't in there at cornerback, it looks like Jarian Jones is going to be your starting cornerback opposite of Tyson Campbell.
Yeah, and he had a fantastic breakup in the end zone to save a touchdown at the very end of the game. Liam Cohen talked about how good Jarian looked, and he has continued a training camp that has just been phenomenal for the second-year player.
Yeah, and the music going on, so the stadium not quite dead here yet, but it was a little loud when Jordan Lewis got an interception. Jordan Lewis, the free agent addition for the Jaguars, got a diving interception. This came off of Nick Mullins, so no reason to wave the red flag there. But it was still a fantastic play from the veteran corner. I mean, they made this addition for a reason.
Yeah. And you and I kind of have sparred back and forth on this. I thought they spent a lot to get Jordan Lewis. But so far in camp, I have only just glowing things to say. That interception again in the scrimmage was fantastic. The mentoring he's done with a lot of these younger players, you see why they signed him, because he has paid dividends on the field and what he's given to those young guys.
All right, couple of quick takeaways as we kind of head into, I guess, what's going to be a preseason game week preparation. Really like what I've seen from LaQuint Allen. I mean, the move he put on Jack Kaiser out here on the field tonight, absolutely fantastic. I mean, broke the guy's ankle. I hate that for another draft pick, but it was a great move.
It's been rookie-on-rookie crime this past week in camp, because LaQuint Allen went up the ladder the other day in camp and just absolutely abused Jack Kaiser on a catch. Came down, hit the ground hard, held on to the ball, and hey, 7th-round pick. You said from the beginning he's going to play, he's going to get reps, he's going to make this team. He's a different back than Bashal Tootin. He is that receiving back. He is a guy who's got those moves, and he is really showing why Jacksonville picked him and why he's going to be a part of this rotation.
All right, one more take for you. How about Brenton Strange? I think Brenton Strange might be better than we expected.
Yeah.
They wrapped up practice with a Trevor Lawrence touchdown pass to Brenton Strange. It was a nice play.
Yeah.
But Brenton Strange looked really solid. I mean, there was one play where he's wide open up the seam. He moves well, catches the football well, and more importantly, blocks well.
Yeah, he's year 3. You hope to see that, take that kind of step. No Evan Ingram to kind of contend with this year. They need Brenton to be that guy. He has looked like it so far in camp. He missed a pass early on for that last drive, and then he came back with a touchdown pass. He was frustrated that he didn't hold on to the pass, and then boom, 2 plays later, he is in the end zone. So good camp continues for Brenton.
Now, you know who looked good on the defensive side of the ball? You mentioned Trayvon Walker, but we're going to pick Emmanuel Ogba. Looked pretty good, had some pretty noticeable pressures out there, but Ventrell Miller, I feel like, was really active, was all over the place, even had a PBU. Now, Liam Cohen did mention in his press conference he felt like Trevor should have led Travis Hunter a little bit on that pass, but still a nice play from Ventrell.
Yeah, Ventrell's another guy fighting to make this roster and showing he could be a long-term guy. I mean, Foyer's highly paid, getting a little bit older. Chad Muma may not be back. Ventrell is going to be fighting to be a guy that's going to stay in this roster for long beyond this year, and he's played well in this camp too.
All right, so overall, this was a really solid training, or a really solid mock game for the Jaguars. The competition was there. I think you can leave it and feel pretty good about the Jaguars offense and pretty good about the Jaguars defense.
Absolutely, I feel the pass rush. I feel better than I did coming into this scrimmage, because the pass rush without any blitz showed it could play. Jarian Jones, to me, came into this season maybe not knowing if he was going to be even on this roster, wasn't drafted. He's playing in a different defensive scheme than he's used to. He, to me, is probably starter opposite Tyson. So I think a lot of questions have really been answered. And I think Trevor Lawrence played well tonight. The defense played well tonight. You got to come away impressed with this team, I think, as a whole.
You can't ask for much more than what you saw from this. Now, we got to wait and see if it's going to carry over to the game field, but preseason is preseason. Week 1's when it really matters. Yep. Hey, if you want more Jaguars training camp coverage, make sure you head over to newsforjags.com, click on that handy dandy sports page. We're always cranking out the News for Jags podcast. You can track those down anywhere that you get your podcast, or you can keep up with everything by following us over on Instagram. Look for Sports for Jags. Good way to keep up with things. We appreciate you hanging out with us here on Teal the Show. And since the Roar's over here practicing behind us, why don't we wrap things up with a look at the Roar over here. Good night, everybody. Hopefully we'll see you Monday night at 11:20 right here on Channel 4 for another episode of Teal the Show.